Are you Japan people?
That's right. We're Japanese. How did you know?
He's shooting a movie.
Who's going to host the show?
There's some guys here with really fancy hair.
Oh. Well, okay.
Good evening and welcome once again to Midnight Frights. I'm Dr. Gruesome, this is Skeeter.
No, I'm Chris Pratt.
No, hardly. Anyway, we have an exciting movie for you. We have a movie made on film for you. It's Monsters from a Prehistoric Planet. Ooh, it's so prehistoric. But it's actually a movie called Gappa the Triphibian Monster. So you can sit there on your Triphibian and enjoy this fine movie. The movie, when Playmate publisher Mr. Funasu decides to develop an animal-themed park, he dispatches a crew to a remote Pacific island, just like King Kong vs. Godzilla. And
like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World.
In search of exotic species, just like King Kong vs. Godzilla. Crew members Hiroshi Kurosaki and Itoko Koyonagi run afoul of some natives who worship a god named Gappa, just like King Kong vs. Godzilla.
Yeah.
Then they discover a giant egg that hatches, and I'll leave it to you from there. You know, Skeeter is a Triphibian, by the way. He's a Triphibian. He can exist on land, on the sea, or buried underground in a box for 3 weeks.
That's right.
What? Well, I had to dig him up. Eventually, the trees were dying. Anyway, off to your next fine segment, and we'll talk to you in a minute. Bye.
Miss Koyanagi, we'll be at the Catherine Islands tomorrow.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful. I'll go out of my mind if I have to stay on this boat any longer.
Like it? I call this Playmate Land. That Playmate magazine will soon be opening to commemorate our 5th year of publication. Here in this pond will be hot spring water with alligators. Rare tropical birds and animals will wander freely through the park among the visitors. And people will feel they are really in the tropics.
Where will you get these animals?
Well, right now, some of my people and some university scientists are on a special expedition to the South Seas just for that purpose.
Oh, very good.
Wonderful.
It's terrific.
But also, another interesting thing. The main purpose of the expedition is to actually bring back strange animals of the South Sea Islands.
Strange animals.
And here will be an outdoor restaurant. The visitors will be able to enjoy a meal in tropical splendor. And on the stage, we will have primitive dances from the islands. Well, that's the entire plan.
Very good. The publishing business is now getting into the tourist business.
You're right. And every one of you will be able to enjoy a South Seas trip without leaving the country. Right here. 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 Right here.
Murder by invitation. It won't be long now. And such a fine night for murder, too. Frightened? That's good.
First, I want you to know I brought you here for a purpose. The fact remains that sooner or later I'll leave this veil of tears and laughter. And when I do, I leave $3 million.
$3 million? Not bad, but I wonder who'll be left to collect it. Well, here we go.
Where's they're going?
Are you sure you're not ill?
You got a bottle you've been holding out on me.
Why, I tell you they were right there.
I grabbed my pistol out of that drawer,
Then what?
and I pointed right at the door, and I said, come out of there and I'll shoot. But they didn't come out. So I went over to the door like this, and I pulled it wide open.
In the meantime, dear audience, pleasant dreams.
We've learned. Remember, always focus the lens to the correct distance. The diaphragm for the right exposure.
What kind of movies do you like?
And action, please. Hello, I'm Dr. Gruesome.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daltair-Sheet.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm a witch and a doctor.
Oh. Well, I've been a doctor for 30 years and I don't have a medical degree. So what is all this?
This? The stethoscope.
Never heard of that.
You've never heard of a stethoscope. They're great. You can use it for anything.
Really?
Sure.
I've made 18 monsters and I've never used any, medical stuff. Usually fingers and, paper and...
Well,
and
I'm a witch and a doctor.
Carpenter tools.
And I have medicine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've taken medicine. I've heard of medicine. I think. Anyway.
Now back to our feature on Midnight Frights. Midnight Frights.
Midnight Frights.
Midnight Frights.
Back
to our show. Dangerous and smart.
Dangerous and challenging and exotic.
An undersea earthquake. It's close.
Bring her about! Bring her into the wind!
Aye, aye, sir.
Saburo is out on the deck.
Huh? What's that?
Kurosaki, what's wrong? Like this! Big eyes! A great big monster!
A monster?
Huh? I caught it. The tail is bigger than this ship!
Don't be stupid. There's no fish like that.
Oh, but it's true. Come out on deck and see for yourself.
Where is it?
Over here. Take a look. Oh?
There's nothing here, right?
Huh.
Stop getting everyone excited. There's nothing here.
No. I was so sure.
Kurosaki, look. Tonoka. Over there.
That's the volcanic island of Obelisk.
That earthquake.
Caused by that volcano.
All right. Then let's start with that island.
What is that?
Like the statues on Easter Island.
Yes, but we're thousands of miles away from Easter Island.
There's a scientific theory that all these islands were once connected. That was millions of years ago. So that stone statue wouldn't be so strange.
You never know what'll happen. If you run into trouble, return to the ship at once.
We'll be all right. Now, let's go ashore.
Are you Japan people?
That's right. We're Japanese. How did you know?
Lieutenant, which one?
Lieutenant.
I am.
Tabayagabagu! Irimatimo! Japanese people make promise. Come back. After many moons, you come back. Kappa no angry now.
Kappa?
No angry. Kappa happy.
What's Kappa mean?
Their god, maybe. You know, they think we can stop earthquakes.
You're watching The Monster from the Prehistoric Planet on Midnight Frights.
Hey, girls! Midnight Frights is dangerous and smart!
What kind of movies do you like? Do you go for fast action? Perhaps you prefer a good costume drama. Or maybe you have a yen for young romance. You can make them all at home easily. And right now they're easier than ever to afford, because now there's a new Brownie movie camera by Kodak that costs only $29.95. Only $29.95 to make movies as easily as snapshots. There's one simple setting to make. Even if you've never snapped a picture before, you'll make exciting movies, indoors or out, with the new Brownie movie camera. You'll save the action and color of happy times like this, and you'll save money too with Kodak home movies. You get up to 50 scenes on one roll of film, so they cost less than 10 cents a scene in gorgeous color. You use this inexpensive 8mm film, the standard amateur film. Tomorrow, find out how easy and inexpensive Kodak home movies are. See the new Brownie movie camera, only $29.95. And you can ask your dealer about easy terms. It's precision built by Kodak, so you know it's good.
The Michigan background of the motion picture version of last year's bestseller, Anatomy of a Murder, demands Detroit as the scene for its Gala World premiere. Bringing to the auto capital some of the Hollywood principals responsible for Otto Preminger's dramatic adaptation. Among them, Lee Remick, the female star of Anatomy of a Murder. Lawyer Joseph N. Welch, actor Arthur O'Connell, and producer-director Preminger, with Mrs. Welch accompanying the barrister-turned-actor.
Welcome to Midnight Frights, and we're watching the fine feature tonight, Gappa, the monster from a prehistoric planet. It was called Gappa the Triphibian Monster originally. Then the public domain version was Monster from a Prehistoric Planet. And the folks, you'll notice, even though it's a prehistoric planet, they're actually like going to an island on a boat. Kind of like the Love Boat.
Ooh, the Love Boat! I love the Love Boat! Oh!
Except no other things
Doc
from the
and
Love Boat.
Isaac and Julie and Stubing. I like saying Stubing. Yeah, awesome. This is going to be a great movie.
But anyway, so I guess it's more of Gappa the Triphibian Monsters on an island with the Love Boat.
Now back to our feature on Midnight Frights, Dangerous and Smart.
Their god, maybe. You know, they think we can stop earthquakes.
And you know the earthquakes have stopped.
Boy, where's the large stone idol? Large stone idol,
Kappa!
So that's Kappa. Let's go find this Kappa.
Lieutenant, here now. Kappa, sleep.
We don't have that kind of power. We can't tell when it will happen again.
Professor, why don't we take them back to Japan?
Japan?
Playmate land. It won't make sense to you, but there's a place where you can live being made in Japan.
My people born here. We die here.
But you're in danger if you don't leave here.
That's enough. We came here for scientific research. We shouldn't interfere with these people.
Oh?
Say, don't you think it's strange?
What is?
Kappa is supposed to be God, and yet everybody appears afraid of him.
Well, in primitive races, the most fearful thing is usually the god.
No God. Kappa. No God.
Well, so you can speak, huh?
Kappa. No God.
If Kappa isn't the god, what is it?
Kappa. He fly.
Have you seen Kappa?
People tell me. I'm getting confused.
Well, let's go find that stone statue.
What's it doing in a place like this?
Let's look.
No go. No go there.
Why not?
To stone statue. My people never go.
Don't worry about it. It's only a stone statue. Let's go inside. Prehistoric skeleton. These old bones. I'll bet this is what the natives call Kappa.
It must have been a terrible thing when it was alive.
I guess so. That stone idol must have been placed there long ago to seal up the cave.
Kurosaki! Kurosaki, you don't mean leaving me alone and going treasure hunting? What's that over there?
Yamasaki!
Over here!
Catch it! Wait a minute. We have to be careful. It's all right.
No touch! Kappa angry! No touch!
Hello, and welcome back to Midnight Frights. We have our fine feature, Kappa, the Triphibian monster from a prehistoric planet, which was too long for the titles, so they just called it Monster from a Prehistoric Planet. Who knew? Anyway, we hope you're enjoying it. As you know, there's probably more than one of these things, and that's just a little hint. But I think you'll see it out there, and they're horrible and slimy and Triphibian, whatever that means.
Yeah, you calling for me?
You are the Triphibian.
No. I'm dangerous and smart.
Dangerous and smart?
Yeah, like a Samsung Galaxy battery in an iPhone.
Oh, I see. I thought it was more dangerous and smart, like eating a jar of pickles from 1961. It'll kill you, but it has no calories.
Oh, stop. You make me drool.
Anyway, anyway, we'll be back right after these messages.
Inspiring a whirlicane of socials such as this press club luncheon where Miss Remick hears Mr. Preminger thank the citizens of the state for their cooperation during the filming of the picture on locations in Upper Michigan. Also, this Rotary Club luncheon honoring Mr. Welch, who before making his debut as the judge in Anatomy of a Murder was a nationally famous Bay State lawyer. Then there was this Freedom Festival luncheon at which Michigan Supreme Court Justice John Volker, the author of Anatomy of a Murder, Broadway actor George Scott, a local boy, and Lee Remick received keys to the city from Mrs. Lewis Morani, as Mr. Preminger again expresses his gratitude. A civic parade, too, marks the excitement, and Governor G. Menon Williams and his wife escort producer-director Preminger through the acclaim of Detroit's multitudes. The Skirl of Highland Bagpipers salutes the Anatomy of a Murder premiere at the United Artists Theater, which is besieged by crowds long before the scheduled opening, to which Mr. Preminger brings Governor and Mrs. Williams and the film's fashion coordinator, Hope Bryce. Lee Remick is escorted to the gala by Louis C. Morani, mayor of the auto capital, while author Volker, whose pen name is Robert Traver, is attended by a Freedom Festival queen, as is Arthur O'Connell, who supports James Stewart, the male star of the film. Detroit's own George Scott brings his family. Lawyer Thespian Welch and his wife also attend the premiere, which will benefit the Detroit chapter of the American Association for the United Nations, while producer-director Preminger receives the congratulations of Walter Reuther. A night of nights for a worthy cause, and Otto Preminger's most worthy Anatomy of a Murder. Last year's #1 bestseller, this year's, we hope, #1.
So, well, what's going on here?
Death pool.
Really?
Yeah. We're betting on which character gets killed by what element in tonight's feature.
Oh.
There's already a boat and a volcano in this movie. Someone could be roasted alive by magma.
That'd be a big-time payoff.
That's horrible. How do I play?
So you pick a character.
I've got dibs on the tanks. You can't pick a tank. That's not a character. You could pick Mr. Funazu, the greedy industrialist and president of Playmate magazine. Odds are high he'll be punished for stealing the baby Gabba.
Spoiler alert.
Well, if she is picking a tank, then I'm putting my money on a submarine.
No! These movies have characters for a reason. Their stories make up the movie. How are you not getting this?
You're just jealous because you know Mad Tanks are gonna die tonight.
Let's go back to Monster from a Prehistoric Planet on Midnight Frights.
I bet everybody dies.
No touch!
Oh, it's all right.
No take! Kappa, angry!
It's just a big lizard.
You people, take away! Kappa, kill my people! He be much more angry! Give back to Kappa!
Then, will you be happy if we throw it back in the lake?
In lake?
I'll tell you what Kappa really is. Bones. Old bones. Bones of animals that lived 1 million years ago. And they're all dead.
It was a mistake to take this baby reptile away from that island.
You worrying about what the natives said?
That's not it. Because it's strange, people will keep bothering it from now on.
You and I don't think alike.
Hmm?
You see, I want to use it for reptile evolution research.
In this world, there must be many people who think differently than you do.
What's that mean?
Our publisher, he won't let it be used for research.
Kappa. G-A-P-P-A. Kappa. Kappa. I can't find it.
The height. Do you know what the height is?
What? Oh, about 5 feet.
Oh? That's small.
Oyama.
Yes?
You can't judge a man's value by his height. And you better remember it.
I was asking Kappa's height.
Idiot! Why didn't you say so first?
1 and 2 and 3. You see? You're doing just fine. All right, that's all for today.
Thank you very much.
Remember that and practice, all right?
Yes. I finished my dancing lessons. Papa, you finished?
Oh? This is important work. Why don't you go ahead and play?
It's no fun, always working.
All right. When I'm finished, I'll do anything you want, huh?
Then, will you find me a mommy?
Huh? Don't be silly. Mama's in heaven now.
I mean find a new mommy.
You know, something smells.
Huh? What does?
That cable from the expedition. Maybe they all got sunstroke down there. And all they have is a burnt lizard from the volcano.
What's that?
That's possible.
Just a burnt lizard?
That's right. It must be that.
Spending so much money over a stupid burnt lizard. Claiming it's a big discovery. And coming back here so quickly. Those idiots are just trying to make a fool out of me. Stupid burnt lizard!
Sound rolling. 21.
Maybe you might want to try some of these pills. That might help. Anyway, they're delicious too, I understand. Or the effects are delicious. Oh, sorry. Welcome back to Midnight Frights, and we hope you're enjoying... There goes a hand, I've lost one. Anyway, but welcome back to Midnight Frights. We hope you're enjoying Gappa, the trifibian monster from a prehistoric planet, which was probably too long to put on the screen, honestly.
Well, I got a great big gap up between the ears.
Yes, you do. A vast chasm, as a matter of fact. So how's the death pool going? How's things in Deathland?
Horrible.
Horrible.
Nobody's died yet.
Well, there's always hope because there's more of the fine movie coming up.
Now back to our feature on Midnight Frights. Dangerous and smart.
Industrial and commercial motion pictures were, in their infancy, readily accepted by the average viewer. The magic contained was a new dimension, motion. Quality was not an issue. Then came the television bonanza. Viewers were too intrigued by the miracle of television itself to be concerned with quality. Increased exposure resulted in more opportunities for comparison.
More than 70 million people in the United States go to the movies each week to get away from their cares and to find entertainment, romance, and thrills on the magic screen. But only a few understand how the lights and shadows on the screen are controlled to make us see a motion picture. Motion pictures are based on an optical illusion, just another case where seeing is believing. To understand how we see, let's turn the tables on the human eye and look at it instead of through it. The light, reflected by any object we look at, passes through the lens of the eye and is focused upside down on the sensitive surface called the retina. This retina passes the impression on to the optic nerve, which sends it to the brain, and we see it right side up. The reflection will stay on the retina as long as the object is in view. When we look away or take the object away, the images disappear. But notice.
Hope you're enjoying tonight's feature on Midnight Frights. Challenging and exotic.
Bro, that was last year's slogan.
Really?
Yeah. Midnight Frights isn't challenging anymore.
Really?
No, there is nothing challenging about Midnight Frights now.
Truthfully?
Not a bit. Midnight Frights isn't challenging in the least now. It's dangerous and smart.
I liked challenging and exotic.
Everyone liked it, and that's why I had to go.
Midnight Frights is dangerous and smart, like finding Carmen Sandiego speed dating.
Midnight Frights is dangerous and smart, like solving a little casting problem in the makeup department.
Ooh, Midnight Frights is dangerous and smart, like reading Playmate magazine for the articles.
Midnight Frights is dangerous and smart, like changing your slogan for no reason at all.
Midnight Frights is dangerous and smart, like using a Ouija board to solve a crossword puzzle.
Midnight Frights is dangerous and smart, like betting on a monster movie where they don't destroy any of the boats or the subs or kill any villagers.
Let's head back to our movie now and let's see if anyone gets killed this time. Hopefully.
volcano is erupting on that island.
Pull in close to shore and check for survivors.
Aye, aye, sir.
Hey, this is slow. Can't you make it go faster?
This Gappa story will give you the biggest circulation in the world next month.
You don't think you can fool me like that?
Just you wait till you see what we have.
Never mind. I've seen burnt lizards. Well, it's just like I said. I'd appreciate it if all of you would keep the story about the baby Gappa to yourselves for a little while longer.
That's impossible. We'll have to take it through customs.
We'll take it ashore by motorboat. Motorboat. And nobody will know the difference.
But this is the only one in the whole world. A real prehistoric reptile. I think we should tell the newspapers about it for scientific reasons.
Tanoka, perhaps you've forgotten just who paid for this expedition?
Well,
I mean, I don't intend to keep the story of this baby Gappa a secret forever. First of all, Playmate magazine will feature it in the next issue. And after that scoop, we'll use it as a sensational opening for Playmate Land. I don't think that's too much to ask.
But you see, hiding a discovery like this, just so your magazine can make a profit, is all wrong to me.
Tanoka, you don't want us to have exclusive possession.
What's that?
I know what you want. This is a great chance for you to become famous.
Why, you
think of everything as a scientist, but I'm a reporter. You live for science, but I live for news. Now I'll tell you. If you won't let us keep this a secret for a while, it's all right. Because right away, without showing it to anyone, I'll ship it back to the island.
Well, they'll turn green when they see our next issue.
And what do we do after we publish it?
Don't you understand? We'll raise that baby Gappa ourselves. It'll be Playmate Land's special feature.
But won't that be dangerous?
Don't be stupid. You can tame any animal. We'll teach it a few tricks. I'll leave that to you two.
Oh?
This'll be the greatest thing I've done.
A foot and a half in 1 week. If it keeps growing like this, how big will it get?
It'll soon be too big to keep here.
Then, we'd better take it to Playmate Land.
No. To be honest about it, I don't want them to have it.
Neither do I. I want your research to be successful.
Hey, look at this.
See?
Wow, it's big.
Unbelievable.
What's it mean?
It looks impossible. These waves resemble a bird's.
That means?
An extraordinary homing ability to locate its own nest.
If its parents were still alive...
They'd be able to find out where he is.
What happened?
It attacked Hosoda.
That's not true.
Gappa's baby. They take to Japan.
Gappa? Japan?
Gappa's parents. Both angry. Spitting fire.
I don't know what he's saying.
Never mind. When we anchor at Yokosuka, we'll make a full investigation.
Sir, 2 unidentified submarines behind us.
What? Unidentified submarines following us?
Yes, sir, and they're coming up fast. Flight 43, maintain altitude and flight pattern. Wait 5 minutes for landing instructions.
This is Flight 43, roger.
What's that?
Oh, we're gonna hit it. Take it down.
And welcome back. We hope you're enjoying Dumpster from a Prehistoric Planet, or Gappa the Triphibian Planet, or whatever it is.
Yeah. You know, I used to go to, there used to be a Gappa store at the mall. I used to go there all the time. That's where I got my fancy clothes.
That's where you bought this fine outfit.
That's right. You know, in fact, when you go to their catalog and you look up Triphibian, it's got a picture of me.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be right back after this.
Smells like Gappa.
That the image in the brain does not disappear immediately. It fades a fraction of a second after the object is removed. This slow fading is called persistence of vision. When we look at a moving object, we really see it in 2 places at once, where it is and where it was a fraction of a second before. Let's get out into a rainstorm for a good example. The water you seem to see falling in streams is really a lot of separate drops. Persistence of vision makes you see each raindrop in several places, over a distance of several inches. Let's look at a picture of a car and a picture of a moving landscape to show how the eye can make them seem to overlap. Let's run them on the screen, one after the other. We look at them for 2 seconds each, then for 1 second each. Now, faster and faster until we see the 2 pictures as if they were both one picture, another optical illusion. If your eyes didn't trick you into seeing the moving particles of fireworks as continuous streaks, you would see only sparks instead of streams of light. Persistence of vision is the principle which makes movies possible. A motion picture is really only a fast series of still photographs that overlap in your mind. Tracings of 2 of these still photographs, placed one on top of the other, show that each of the 2 photographs has caught the press in a slightly different position. Here is the way the first photograph looks. This is the way the second photograph looks. Now let's take the complete series in rapid succession. Faster. Persistence of vision makes us see 2 pictures at once. As a result, there is an appearance of motion. So motion pictures are just still pictures joined together on a long strip of film. The more still pictures we get...
2 mysterious aircraft were sighted today, flying towards Sagami Bay.
Koyanagi, maybe we did make a big mistake.
Huh?
What's that?
case you didn't see that coming.
It is impossible to anticipate where the two monsters which suddenly appeared in the Atami area will attack next. The government has enlisted the aid of the Self-Defense Forces and the United States Armed Forces in an attempt to destroy this horrible menace.
action is going on, the smoother it looks. If we want to slow down the motion of something that goes fast, we speed up our camera and make, say, 5 times as many pictures per second. We have slow motion when they are shown on the screen at normal camera speed. Now, here is a motion picture film, 1,000 feet, 16,000 separate photographs. Let's tidy up this tangle of film by putting it on a reel. Now we'll build a projection machine to show the pictures on a screen. The film unwinds from the reel and rewinds onto another reel after it runs through the projector. To throw the picture on the screen, there is a bright light with a reflector behind it to send the light rays in the right direction and a lens to concentrate the light. The film passes a hole or aperture which lets the light go through only one picture at a time. There is another lens to focus the pictures on the screen. By adjusting the lenses, the picture can be made sharp and clear. Let's start the machine moving. The still pictures blur because they're moving all the time. And this won't do it all. We need something to hold each picture still long enough for us to look at it in between the changes. When the film is started and stopped in rapid succession, the eye sees the changes being made, and the result is streaks instead of movies. So we need a shutter to cut off the light while every change of picture is being made, and let light through only while the film is standing still. Surprising as it seems, you never...
Just kill the tanks already, you stupid looking parrot Ultraman reject.
I'm not gonna say I told you so, but
don't even try me right now.
Look at that! Quick!
Bombing didn't disturb them. And also no poison liquid that we've been able to use so far.
And also, the heat ray they emit from their mouths. It's more powerful than anything yet known to man. It can turn the earth into molten lava, and we have absolutely no defense against it.
If we could only get them back on land, we could use missiles. That's right. They've got to be eliminated.
But first, we've got to get them out of the lake. There's one way to get them out. It can be done with sound waves. Gappa are extremely sensitive to certain sounds, more so than other animals. Listen. That sound is unpleasant to human ears. You heard it at about 12,000 cycles. But if we raise it to 30,000 cycles and send it through the water...
Do you think it will really work?
At the very least, it will get the Gappa out of the lake. Saki! I'm Dr. McDonald. Saki, come back!
Gappa, go back home. Go back home with me.
There's some kind of link between that primitive animal and humans. I wish I knew what it was.
Stand by.
It's all right. This gentleman is Dr. John McDonald from America. Get ready to fire.
Lucky! Watch out! Come back here. Gamera! Gamera!
Getting weak. Keep firing.
Well, anyway, the tanks have killed Gappa. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you. Bye.
All right.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah, the pink ones are good.
Eating that candy.
Sure. The green ones you just have to be careful about for tomorrow.
You got any suppositories?
I do have some suppositories. Here, try this.
Are they the same bag though? Because they're a little larger or something.
Yeah, green ones you just be. We have anything to do tomorrow? It's Monday. You don't work.
Green ones make me feel good.
I have some suppositories in my van.
I can use these.
Sure,
Wait, you drive around in a van?
I do. Would you like to see it?
Probably a white
Do you have any more candy in there?
I don't. Do I?
Sure.
The Gappas are not dead.
What? They're not dead.
The movie's not over. The Gappas aren't dead.
What are you talking about?
Kill somebody. 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 Kill somebody.
We'll be right back with more of our exciting movie right here on Midnight Frights. Kill somebody.
Kill somebody! Kill somebody! Kill somebody! Kill somebody! Kill somebody!
See a motion picture while it is actually moving. The only time a movie moves is when the shutter keeps you from seeing the change of picture. Then we see it just the way it looks in real life. Now we have the important parts of a projector for showing motion pictures on the screen. But let's change that drawing to an actual machine at work. This reel holds the supply of motion picture film, which passes through the projector at a speed of 90 feet each minute. Slots on this aperture plate guide the film past the narrow beam of light so that only one picture can be seen at a time. The adjustable lens, which gives us a clear, sharp picture on the screen, is placed in the path of the light rays after they pass through the film. Sprockets, which guide the film as well as start it and stop it, are placed in position to hold the film in proper position at all times. The shutter is placed behind the film to cut off the light at intervals while the pictures change. And now, when you see motion pictures, you get a true picture of what really happens. A picture that you could never see in any other way.
Contact headquarters.
How is the Nico area?
We don't have any specific information, but it's very bad.
Atami and Kawaguchi were very badly damaged, and even missiles can't stop them. Now we have to protect Tokyo. Make sure the men are in position.
First Division, prepare to take position.
Attacking the Nico area, the two monsters have changed their course and are now headed south towards Tokyo along Route 11. All residents in the area have been ordered to evacuate their homes immediately.
Kurosaki, please, just once listen to what I have to say. You must return the baby Gappa. I agree. It's a big gamble, but you must believe this boy. Don't you see? We know nothing about these creatures. But this boy knows more about them than any of us.
What are you trying to say? If we send it back, you think those monsters will go away?
That's the only thing we can do.
Idiot! That's a stupid idea. After all our trouble. I won't send it back!
Mr. Funatsu, the Gappa are getting closer to Tokyo. If we don't do something, they'll destroy the whole country.
Todoka, there's something that you're forgetting. If giving back the baby makes those two monsters go away, not only I, but you too, will be blamed for this disaster. Did you think about that?
I'll take the blame, if it comes.
Kurosaki, you'll also be punished for this.
I'm the one who brought it back. I'll take full responsibility.
I won't give it up. I don't care what you say. You can't take it back.
Papa, Give it back. Please promise me. I know the baby misses his Papa and Mama very much.
Quiet! Those lizards don't have feelings like that.
Papa's mean. I don't like you anymore.
All right, if that's the way you feel. You've changed an awful lot. And we can't listen to a madman. Now, let's get ready.
The helicopters are ready. They'll be here soon.
We're already here.
Okay, let's go.
The two monsters are now heading toward the eastern section of the industrial area.
donated by industry are complete in every detail. I looked at the mannequins sitting about so indifferently. Naturally, I was very interested in preparations for the testing of textiles and synthetic fabrics.
Rows of mannequins were set up in the open facing the blast. Each item of clothing and each color had been carefully selected to give much needed.
I won't see anything.
The statistics say that every year London has 40 nights of fog. And who will they murder tonight, I wonder?
Every morning, the police discover a new victim.
Who's the dead man?
The crime wave continues, and Scotland Yard combs the harbor in search of the madman. Where is he? Who is he?
A gang calls itself that because they pull their crimes in the middle of the night. Watch it, it's hot. Very hot.
Fear reigns. Danger lurks everywhere. And the police are powerless. Terror grips another victim. And another. And still another.
It really worked after all.
Gappa, go back to island. No one will stop you. Hurry.
It's all over.
Kurosaki, Tanoka, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I've ruined both of your ambitions.
No. I guess we were just being too selfish. You have to think of other people, too. I'd forgotten about that.
That's right. The price was very high. But the Gappa made me realize there's more to life than ambition.
You know, I've decided to quit my job. I guess I'm just an ordinary woman. I should stay home, marry an office worker and wash diapers. You see, well, goodbye.
Hey, you can't let her go just like that.
What a beautiful thing. Anyway, I hope we all have learned something tonight.
I learned that you can't always go for the obvious choice. I got so absorbed in the violence and mayhem, I couldn't even tell you what happened in the movie. At all.
Really puts it in perspective for me too, you guys. I got so wrapped up in the plot, the characters, the dialogue. I forgot I was watching a movie and none of that matters.
I lost so much money that I learned never to trust you idiots again.
I learned to never trust the makeup department ever again.
We hope that all of you out there in TV land have learned something from this fine and heartwarming movie. Here on Midnight Frights, dangerous and smart.
Wait, I thought it was classy and exotic. Or quirky and insane. Or fun and unfun.
Let's go get a soda.
No?